welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. How are you? We're here. We're ready for another day. It's the penultimate live day of the year. Woo! Yeah! Whoa! Woo! And we're ready to go for what is set to be another cracking day. Loads lined up for you as far as the shows are concerned. Thursday, of course, and we have a fantastic winter sale cartload coming up for you later on this evening. Usual time, 6 o'clock here in the UK, 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. You can check out all of the deals. Best thing to do is shop the day today, and you can see all of the deals coming up for cartload a little bit later on. We've got some mega discounts in that show. Really, really big discounts. I think up to 75% off for you there. So plenty to be shopping for. Pick up some deals. We've also got our hour-long Craft Your Stash at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Going to be concentrating on all things ink pads. So a great opportunity to get out your ink pads. If you've got any questions about those as well, you can fire them in. Maybe, I don't know, you're getting stuck as to which one you should use where and, you know, which one does what. Ask the questions and we can go through all of them for you over the course of that show. And during Wake Up Call, we're going to bring you a bit of a heads up on the ink pads, show you some of the best deals as far as the cartload show is concerned. So it's going to be a fun day. And once again, it's little old me and little old she. It is the one and only Michelle McCarthy, minus the big bun today. How are you?
Yeah, no bun
Where's
today.
Where's the bun gone?
I've just got a ponytail today.
Ah.
No.
Does it take a while to do the bun?
No, not really.
Oh.
No.
Just fancied the ponytail?
I just fancied a ponytail today. So 3 o'clock later on today, it's hairstyling with Michelle.
yeah. Joey said, see if you can put another style in at 3 o'clock this afternoon. I like your Christmassy jumper, by the way. Today,
Thank you.
So,
It's very soft and fluffy.
Is it?
Yes.
As I found out this morning, if you've seen our... well, we did our little usual, you know, this is what's coming up on the day kind of thing, which goes on Facebook, and bizarrely, I was just randomly stroking Michelle.
Stroking my arm.
Yeah. It's
My arm.
It's a good job we're friends, because that could have been a bit #orcs. But we've got a fantastic day lined up. You've got some cards there. What are you going to be showing us?
I have. So it's all things ink pads this afternoon. So I'm going to show you some of the things that you can be doing with the array of ink pads that we do sell. So we've got this one here. So this is our opaque pigment inks, and if I just flick that back and forth, you can see that it's been heat embossed. Yeah. So you can just catching it in the light, but absolutely gorgeous. I love this one. This is stunning. That's our water reactive ink pads on there.
Wowee.
So, you know, even though they're water reactive and they tend to go on a little bit thinner, you can really, really build it up and get a really deep colour with those water reactive ink pads. That is absolutely stunning.
It is incredible.
We're also going to be having a look at our duet ink pads. Yeah. And this is showing these off to their fullest. How beautiful is that? That is Nicole as well. It's absolutely stunning. And again, not hard to achieve. It takes a little bit of time, just making sure that you're getting, you know, it laid down lovely. But that's a nice and easy one with that faux bleach effect on there. But you can see, because it's those duets, which are chalky, you get a totally different finish on there than if you used our water reactives. Excellent. So just a few of the things that we're going to be looking at later. Yeah,
just feel free to fire in any questions today, any comments. I've got to be honest, we are in a funny mood today. As we described yesterday, it's kind of like the few days before, you know, you broke up at school and you kind of head's not really in the game, you're not really up for too much work, you just want to get the board games out, watch a movie. So have some fun with us. Feel free to, you know, send in any song requests, any jokes you might have, any funny poems. It is actually as well today National Crossword Day. And I took the time this morning to put together a crafty crossword for you.
Nice.
What's that? I did that at home this morning in my own time. Yeah? So please please, whilst I was getting ready for work, I was doing that. So please head over to my Facebook page and click on that little link and enjoy the crossword. If you think it's like fairly simple, I did it on this website where you only had a certain amount of space to type the clue, and the answer could only be one word. So if you're like, oh, this is really easy, that's the reason why, not just because I'm simple. Yeah. If you, please go and do it, and you don't have to print it out. You can just type in the answers on the screen, and it builds the crossword for you.
That's very cool.
Huh?
Very cool.
It's very cool. Very thoughtful of me, I thought.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely very thoughtful of Ben this morning.
Thank you. Good. We've got Beck on the socials today. Becky saying good morning. Hi, Becky. Also with us is Lois saying good morning, everyone, from Ohio. Kirsty D says good morning, everyone. Alicia Gordon says good morning and greetings from Arkansas. Peace and love to everyone. Peace and love. Terry Anderson on YouTube says good Thursday morning, everyone, from Ohio. Thanks, Terry. I saw you've printed out my crossword. Not crossroads, Johnny. That's something else. Give me crossroads. Bow, 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 bow.
That had Benny.
Benny.
Was it Benny
with the hat.
Yeah, beanie hat all the time.
And the wobbly sets.
Yes. Slammed the door and the whole wall shook.
Sarah Brown says, hello, my coffee friends. Hoping everyone's well. Sending hugs to you all, especially Michelle and Michelle. It says, sending you hugs to Michelle and Michelle, my two faves.
I love that, thank you.
Yeah.
Both of me, thank you.
Nothing for me today. My two faves, Michelle and Michelle, from Melbourne, Australia. Let the food chat begin, says Sarah. I'm fine now, not fasting. Excellent. Hope that all went well, Sarah. Jeanette Sitkowski, I hope I said your name right, is with us saying good morning from a very windy Milton Keynes. It's been windy here, I tell you what. Hasn't it been windy? Hasn't it been? Wasn't it windy overnight? Woke me up about 4 this morning, the wind.
Yes, it was really bad. Yeah.
Very, very windy in my village.
Outside. Johnny's bottle bin blew over. It's that windy. He says it won't be blown over in 2 weeks. It'll be that full. Yes. There'll be a trench in the garden where the bottle bin is. Not saying he likes to drink, but Betsy Black is with us from Houston, Texas. Hi also to Sandra, says, good morning, Ben, Michelle, all the crew, social media superstar, and all my crafty chatty chums. We have got today in the gallery Johnny and Sam. Johnny gave you a hey, from Sam we got a pleased to be here. Alicia says, cue the music. Big round of love for Ben and Michelle. Whoop, whoop. Good morning from Ben McCarthy. He's late today. He's a long way down the queue today. He is. Well, he's took Alice for an appointment, so
we'll
he'll be watching while he's sat in the car waiting for her.
Still eating your cookies, by the way. I think Johnny's had number 4 this morning. Oh, 3. Oh, 3. No, 3. No, 3. 3. 4 later on. Kirsty D says, yes, the Christmas gift has just arrived. It's going under the tree. Hi, Hayley. Hayley Ralph says, good morning, Ben, Michelle, Becky, and everyone. Hope you're all having a fab day. Terry Anderson says, thanks for the crossword, Ben. I did print it and I'll do it later. Zoe Carver says, good morning, everyone. I think Sarah has borrowed Father Christmas's sleigh. I'm amazed that Yodel are on their way with an order I did on Monday. I told you, Father Christmas has been working for us. We've employed him up until Christmas Eve. That's why the deliveries are going out so quickly. Wendy Graham says, good morning, Ben and Michelle. I'm making tissue boxes 3D with the 3D wildflower embossing folder. Oh, to put in with presents. And Sandra Dunder says, Ben, will you be doing your GCSE in sign language? I saw that today. Maybe I will at some point down the line. Right. Shall we get started? Let's go to the website for the winter sale. And this is all of the stamping platforms we've got for you in stock. Is this in the sale? No, these aren't in the sale, are they? Are they? Oh, just search for stamping platform. There we go. Winter sale. That's what we want. You click on that. Look, the winter sale. Let's go through this and see. It's going to be one of them days. Let's see what we've got. So we've got still got the Nomi stuff. Still got those nesting dies, the multimedia nesting dies, square and circle. Snap those up for a £5. Pom-pom makers. We've got Halloween 12x12s. We've got the collector's edition depends. We've got Totally Tiffany stuff. We've got acetate. We've got the pool bows. We have got the intricate Christmas sentiment dies for £2.49. We've got Halloween dies, we've got vintage snowman sentiments, we've got Karen buddy bags, we've got one of those Sweaters Kieran kits, a little fox for £2, we've got the 12 Days of Christmas 8x8 topper pad, Gemini multi-craft festive treat dies in the penguin. I mean, there's loads. We've got the Crafters Inspiration magazine, we've got the Christmas topper pad there as well for £3.99. There's the that's a great buy as well, the jigsaw, the 44-piece abstract jigsaw puzzle for about, I think, go up £12.49 instead of £50. I mean, come on, that is an absolute steal of a deal. Loads more beside. Do shop the website. A great way for you to be able to pick up some deals. And like we said, the winter sale runs through, I think it's till the 2nd of January. So we'll be adding new stuff. If you're getting anything for Christmas, maybe you're getting some Christmas money. Maybe you've got a getting an e-gift card from us as well. That's a great way to shop for all of those gifts. And by the way, also worth bearing in mind that if you were going to shop, come in. If you were going to shop for someone and get them a crafty gift, you think, oh, it's too late now for delivery, you could still shop for an e-gift card. You could still get an e-gift card if you want to shop for someone. Sarah Brown says, oh my gosh, that was about #awkward. So very sorry, my dear, fabulous favourite, lead presenter of presentation, the best in the business, and love your jokes. You're just so awesome, says Sarah Brown. Thank you, Sarah. I will, I'll let you off for that. Huh? She says, the favourite lead presenter of presentation, the best in the business, and love your jokes. You are just so awesome. Thank you. And I hope you're, for our UK viewers, hopefully you're appreciating the bad taste Christmas sweater today as well. It's Bully. Ooh.
I love it.
Great, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a great TV show back in the 80s and 90s here in the UK.
Well, you could always win a speedboat when you lived nowhere near any water.
Yeah, they always lived in Sheffield or somewhere, didn't they? Or Birmingham.
Yeah.
There'd be a speedboat. Or a caravan was the other thing they'd win.
Yes.
Yeah, which is probably handier if you were in Sheffield rather than a speedboat. Anyway, let's have a look. We've got a selection of ink pads for you. So all individuals. Well, this is going to be fun. All right, so you guys flash up a detail and I'll play Find the Ink Pad. Pigments. Ready? Bordeaux. Bordeaux, you know. Now, we'll go through all of these in detail, but your opaque pigment ink pads, of course, you're going to be using these if you want to do your blending techniques, particularly good as well if you like to be able to do your heat embossing techniques as well. So these are the ones that you're going to go for. We have a selection of colours for you. The first one is Bordeaux. These are £4.79 or £7.19 if you're platinum. Oh, they're all in order. This is good news. Also individual Orange, £4.79 or £7.19. Next, Straw Bale. Next, Pink Tulip. Ocean Blue, yes, and Parakeet. Next up, and again, ask the questions in this show and in the Crafty Stash show later on. If you're not quite sure what does what or what you can use where, let us know. Where are we going next? Quick dry. First up, Fuchsia. Next, Chinese Red. Next, Back to the Future. Yes, Sam! You did it! Next, now you're all out of kilter, aren't you? Is your grasshopper? Well done. Hang on, I'll try and keep them in order for next time. No, it's fine. We've got Friar Brown, all of these individuals for you. And then, oh no, not lastly, Lagoon. And your Smoked Pearl. Next up, if you'd like to create your watercolour backgrounds, do all your little water techniques with. Then you need your water reactive, also brilliant for doing your blending techniques with. First up, let's see if these are in order. Oh, we were doing so well. So straw bale. What have you got next, Sam? Oh, pink tulip. I've got noir black. Yes, now we're back on track. Oh, she's back. Oh, she's frosty. Jade. Crushed velvet. Oh, hello. And Oasis. Well, where's George when you need him with the joystick? Mad for it. He was used to say every time, didn't he?
Yeah, every time.
Mad for it. Next up, in your duet ink pads. And again, we'll cover all of this off for you over the course of this show and later. Are we doing a bit of everything in this show and Crafty Stash? We'll see them all, won't we?
Yes.
We'll see them all,
yeah.
okay. Duet ink pads. So. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah. Awakening Forest. I don't know what's happened there. Someone stamped the actual... Don't do that. When you get it out, don't go like that. Next. Midnight Mist. Oh, Vintage Merlot. Those are the bottles that have been keeping Johnny's bottle bin from flying away. Like some Vintage Merlot after the show. Rosy Apple. That's what his cheeks look like after he's drank it. Sweet Clementine. Da, da, da. That's what he sings after he's drank the Vintage Merlot with his rosy apple cheeks. And then finally, yeah, he loves a lemon meringue. All of these, $4.79 or $7.16. And then lastly, if you love a little bit of shimmer, then we've got a shimmer ink pad selection for you. Again, these are your pigment ink pads, so great for blending, great for embossing as well. Yes, I think these are in order. So Frosty Mint available, all individuals. Amethyst. Raspberry. Tropic Blue. Starlit Sky. Starlit Sky. And then lastly is your Peach Rose. $4.79, $7.19. That is the price per pad. Mix and match these up however you want to go. I do believe that's not all of the colours that we've got available. There's loads more on the website for you, so do have a look. Just a selection there of colours for you. Sarah Brown says, love, love, love the jumpers today on both Michelle and Michelle. I'm loving this. Keep it up, Sarah. This is brilliant. Oh, and Ben. Yeah. Sandra says, Ben, we have Merry Grinchmas fleeces for Christmas Day. Nice. Appreciate that. Who was wearing a Grinch top yesterday? Was that Liam? I think it was Liam, wasn't it?
I think it was, yeah.
And Christine Mahoney says, good morning, everyone, and my sweet friends, Ben and Michelle. Good morning. Let's get started. So we're going to start off with our water reactive ink pads. And let's dial this right back. I know you will do this anyway, but let's talk about these ink pads as if we've got people watching for the first time, have no clue. What is so brilliant about our water reactive ink pads, Michelle, and when are we going to be using these?
I love my water reactive, or our water reactive ink pads, because it's the simplicity at its best, I think, with your water reactive ink pads. So they're exactly what it says on the tin.
Yeah.
They react with water, but they're really blendable. And again, it says on here, you've just got some little instructions right on the back, and it tells you exactly what you can be doing with these. So from the simplest of just adding a little bit of ink to the edge of your mats and layers. So, you know, you've seen us do it many times, just adding a little bit of ink, which adds that bit of interest, to going through your stencils, to creating, you know, a wash. You've seen me watercolour with these time and time again, popping them on my mat, picking it up with a wet brush. So all those kind of water reactive techniques that you can be doing, create a huge inked background, and then do your faux bleaching effects, so splashing some water on and picking it up. So anything that you can sort of be using a little bit of water with, these are absolutely perfect for that. So I think back to basics, we'll just do a little bit of stenciling with these.
Okay.
But I am going to ask to borrow your pink tulip, please.
Pink tulip, eh?
I don't know if someone's been over there and borrowed mine, so I just want to borrow it back, if that's all right. I did run out and see if there were any more out there, but there's not.
Are you a platinum member? That'll be $4.79, please.
Thank you very much. I'll pay you later. Right. So
What did you just call me?
nothing. Lovely. Lovely. I've just picked one of my stencils. This is the Swirls and Flourishes. Again, if you've got any stencils in your stash, they're going to work absolutely beautiful with this. And then I've got an 8x8 card base. I've matte and layered just some of our linen cardstock from those neutrals, the 12x12 paper pads that we've got. You've got the neutrals and the pastels, and they've got linen in there, and they've got that pearlescent in there. So I've matte and layered that up, and then I've got another piece just of our white cardstock under here. And then just round the edges, because I'm going to pop something in the middle as well, we're just going to ink through this stencil. So I'm just going to line it up here for now. Let me just take that down just a little so it doesn't move. And then I'm going to go in with my ink. So I've got these 4 colours. I've got the Pink Tulip, Frosty Jade, Oasis and Straw Bale. So I think we'll go with the Pink Tulip first. So don't forget that these are also going to blend together beautifully as well. So the colour on these, you saw me, I think, do it yesterday. I put that, I think it was the fuchsia I popped down.
Yeah.
And I blended it over with the Straw Bale, and it creates...
How, again, do you decide which colours are going to work nicely with each other? I know we touched on this yesterday, but is that, again, just experience and having a play? Or?
I think it's just sometimes you just discover when you've popped a couple of inks down, I think you just discover where they've overlapped a little bit. It's created a beautiful third colour. For me, you know, there's lots of colourists out there, so they know their colours, they know the colour wheel, and things like that. I don't. I keep thinking to myself, I should really sort of learn the colours and the colour wheel and things like that, but I just go by eye.
So whatever pleases your eye, you sort of play with, kind of thing?
I do, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think I've got a decent eye for colour, so I don't worry too much about it. But if you do struggle with your colours, then just have a little bit of a play on a piece of scrap card. So, for instance, do I have a piece here? I do. If I pop some of this yellow down, and then I come in with the Pink Tulip and overlap it, you get the most beautiful orange, you get the most beautiful third colour in the middle. So just if there's a couple of colours that you think, I wonder if they'd work together, just get a scrap piece of card, pop them together and see if it works. It either will or it won't.
Yeah.
But I was saying yesterday, wasn't I, some of the colours that you come up with are just, accidentally come up with, are just the most perfect, happy little accidents.
Yeah.
So again, I'm just gonna, so I've got my stencil all the way around the edges. So I'm just gonna adjust this so I can pop it round there and there.
Okay.
Because the piece of card I'm using is just that little bit
Question?
bigger.
I feel like I'm in question mode again,
That's
like I was yesterday. Feel free to fire in the questions today, please. That's what we want. Bit of a random one. So if I'm using my, I know we're going to come on to your opaque pigment ink pads in a minute, but if I'm using my water reactive ink pads, and then there's a colour that I want to use that I don't have in water reactive, but I've got in my opaque pigment, could you potentially mix and blend together one of each? Or would that not work?
It's going to look a little bit different because your opaque pigment, it just sits on your card a little bit different because it's a pigment rather than an ink. So it just, but yeah, I can't see why you couldn't.
Yeah.
If you're quite happy to have sort of that alternating sort of texture on there.
Okay.
Frosted, let's go back in with, I can't decide. I feel like I'm playing those bells, you know, when they
ding dong.
come all over.
That's what Craig does.
Ding, 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 ding. He does.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Dong.
Right, let's go just down. You see, I'm not following the stencil at all because I'm not doing it really strong, really deep. I just want to make sure that I've got all around the edges. If you want to follow the stencil perfectly, then absolutely go for it. Because I'm putting it on quite light, I don't feel that I need to. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this in, and this is going to sit here. So you're really only seeing around the edges. And I've got, again, you've got a beautiful mix between that blue that I put down and that straw bale. So I'm going to pop that to the side for now because I've got this. So this is, I've already embossed it at home. This is one of our 3D embossing folders. This is one of my all-time favourites, and it just works so beautifully with the water reactive inks. So what I'm going to do, we're going to do sort of a combination of two different things on this one. So I'm going to bring in, where is my water? Lid on, of course, always. And I'm going to pop just a little bit of my yellow down there.
Is that the echinacea?
It is, yeah. And I'm going to pop just a little bit of that pink tulip down there.
Yeah.
And then I just want to colour this bit in here. So let me bring in a bit of a bigger brush. So always with a bit of kitchen roll, I've got my brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mix that pink and that yellow together. And we're just going to add that on there. And you're just going to create a lovely orangey colour. So let's add a little bit more. There we go. So you could pop your yellow down first if you really want.
You just can't see because it's like, but you are like dipping that, so you're dipping into a bit of water, yeah?
I am, so I'm dipping my brush into the water. I'm just on here dabbing the excess off, and then I'm just popping it down on this top bit here. So a little bit of water, dab it off so I don't have too much on there, and then I'm going to pick that colour up.
There's so many ways to use these ink pads.
So many.
I think they're probably the most versatile of the ink pads, do you think? Or
I think so. You can do so many different sort of techniques with these. So I'm just going over now with a little bit of that pink, just to give it sort of a bit of dimension. There we go. So I'm quite happy with that. So I'm just going to quickly dry that off because then I want to pop my stencil over the top.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait a minute.
I'm coming.
Just I think I'm still turned off at the wall.
They've not turned it on the wall. Whose responsibility is that? Who can we blame?
Sam. Oh, Julia. Julia's just shouted at me.
I was going to blame Craig, but you know.
I was way too scared to blame Julia.
Try it now.
Thank you very much. So I'm just going to dry this off because I just want to pop my stencil over the top. Now I know once we've embossed something we don't tend to stencil over the top, but obviously you absolutely can. So again I'm going to bring this big stencil in that I've already used and I'm just going to place it over the top quite randomly.
Yeah.
So my petals, I'm going to sort of try and judge where my petals are, and I'm going to come in with this pink tulip.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and use the edge because I just want to try and make sure. I don't mind too much if I go over those petals, but for the most part, I want to try and make sure that I'm just on those petals. And also the good thing about this is you can see that I've left the ink on my stencil. So what is going to happen is when you're doing this, the bit of ink that's still on there, it's going to transfer through, it's going to mix with that pink, and I'm going to get random bits of different colours. You'll get a little bit of purple coming through there, you'll get a little bit of orange coming through there, just ever so slightly. But it looks absolutely fabulous then when you've done.
Worth bearing in mind as well, if you need to stock up on stencils, I just had a quick little peek. I can see stencils as low as £1.24 in the outlet sale.
Oh, wow.
So have a good look through. There's loads of stencils actually in the sale. But handy to have, aren't they, stencils? Very versatile, and I think good for beginners as well to be making backgrounds with.
Yes, definitely. Stencils are always a good thing. Again, I think we think stencil and we think mixed media, and then think, oh, actually, I can't do that. But it's just as easy as popping a little bit of ink through there. So let me lift that, see if I'm happy with that. Oh, I'm quite happy with that. So I've just got the pink where the petals are. And can you see how it's sort of mixed with the yellow? Now you can go in now and give it another bit of a wash, or I could come in with my straw bale and just very gently just add a little bit over there just to blend it out. But I think we always think if it's a stencil, it either has to be coloured in or something like that, an embossing folder, but don't. If you've got an embossing folder, stencil over it, it looks absolutely gorgeous. So if I just pop all my lids on and pop those to the side, and then bring in this card base. So we're just gonna glue all these layers together.
Okay.
So pop in my all-purpose glue on. And
if you are buying lots of different ink pads today, of course, you can pick up the blending tools as well. You've been using your square one, the rectangle one, but there's the circle one available. What was your little tip yesterday? I quite like that. So you go out, you've got replacement heads for each of the different colours, right?
I do.
And
so
go on.
So for my quick dry and my water reactives, my pink tulip I use over both of them. But then if they're my pigment ones, I've got a separate one.
Yeah.
And I have my little hook and loop on the back of my pad, and that's where I'll store my little spongy applicator thing.
And you stick it underneath the
Yeah.
pad, don't you?
I do.
It's a good idea, that.
Just under there, I've got a little hook and loop, and then I stick it on there. So lining that up. I did have a sentiment, but you know, I think that disappeared yesterday. But sometimes it's just nice just to create a lovely background with nothing on it, just your sentiment inside. But can you see how we've just stenciled those petals in the pink and then round in the blue?
Absolutely brilliant. That, says Beth Ross Lucas, is a fabulous technique. Yes, yes, it is. True that. Sarah Brown says, beautiful colours, Michelle and Michelle. It's going to go on all day, this, isn't it? Rosalind says, I love stenciling just to get a different look. Yeah, it's a really fun craft to have a go at. You've got all of the different ink pads that you can possibly want actually on this show. And as I said, if you check the winter outlet, the winter sale and the outlet sale, so many sales. You'll find lots of stencils there available for you as well in different shapes and sizes and different designs as well. So do have a look. We're going to take a short break, give you opportunity to get your carts and your baskets checked out. If you've got any questions, fire them in. Of course, we're doing a crafty stash later on when it comes to those ink pads. If you've got a selection of ink pads currently and there's a technique that you want to see Michelle do or something that you want to ask her, get those techniques and questions in now. We can, you know, craft your sort of show for you if you like at 3 o'clock. We can do exactly what you want to see. But as I said, head to the checkouts and we'll come back in about 4 minutes' time with some more deals for you. We'll see you in a moment.
Many of our viewers bring up time and time again, and that's our wax seal gate.
Thinking dough might not work as well because I've put too much. Oh, I've forgotten to put me thing in place.
Because I have a way of words that I think that doesn't engage with that and can come out all wrong.
Water.
That wasn't the one you just washed your brush in, was it?
Sorry. Yes, but it doesn't matter.
No, it wasn't, was it? It was. Are you kidding?
I'm going to have to say, it's a slip of the tongue. I'm going to say it's maybe to do with my Scottish accent. I'm maybe going to say it's because of Mr. Ben Moseby. He is, well, yeah, he doesn't help matters.
I've made pots that have exploded when I fired them. I've done zips in inside out. It happens to everybody.
We've all spilt our glitter all over our project or knocked the water over.
You're right.
I've just noticed I've got my dress on inside out.
So I was messing about doing some backgrounds with the sparkling, took the lid off it and managed to catch the pot somehow, and the whole thing came towards me, down my front, across my lap, onto the floor.
I went to reach for the water and, you know, do the tapping with and so there was less tapping and more sort of a tsunami. I've got some... We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people, and we know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. Love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you, Christine Mahoney says, OM gosh, I love how you did that card, Michelle. Gorgeous.
Thank you.
And Sarah Brown says, thank you, Ben. I'm here all day. You're welcome. Right. Let's go over. Now, we're going to have a look at some deals later on from Cartload. 6 o'clock tonight, 2-hour winter sale Cartload. And we've got some fantastic deals. So we're going to bring a few of them to you right now. We've got an under 50 section. We've got an under 10 section. And also a section which Michelle is going to show you right now. Michelle and Michelle. Under 5.
Which it sort of suits me fine because I do very often talk to myself and occasionally answer back, so...
Do you ever argue with yourself?
Yeah. What goes on in my craft room stays in the craft room, can I just say? But I have got some fabulous under 5 deals for you. So firstly, we're going to start with this. So this is your Shimmer Ink Care Pack. What you were getting in here is you were getting an extra bottle and you were getting 3 of those, what is that called? The little spray nozzle bit, isn't it?
Spray nozzle bit.
Yes. So you're getting 3 of those, and you're also getting in the bottom, you're getting a little funnel.
Yeah.
If you've bought our shimmer sprays, you've probably got a little bit frustrated because your bottles have clogged up. Now, that is purely because the amount of shimmer that we have packed in those little bottles is so great that it's only natural that your nozzles will clog up. So this is the perfect remedy for that. You know, you do, you know, clean them out, wash them with soap and or just a bit of warm water. You know, as soon as you've used them, you do have to, anything mixed media, you do have to have that care with it. Down to your glitter paste, making sure that everything's cleaned after you've used it. And again, because the amount of shimmer in there, you are definitely going to need these replacement nozzles. And then you've got the funnel if you want to put it into any of your other bottles. So that is an absolute fabulous deal that I've got for you. So we're going to go on,
Wrong pile, surely.
acrylic paint markers. You can see that this is the red, yellow, green and blue pack. So these are your acrylic paints. We all love just playing and doodling with these. They're going to go onto so many different surfaces because they are your acrylic paints. Shake 'em to wake 'em. You've got that lovely, I love the fact that you've got that little measure on there that shows you how much you've got left. And how much, or when you need to buy another pack, which is today, because of that price, you are absolutely going to be buying another pack or 2 of those today. Your low tack tape, you've got a 3-pack here, all on dispensers. You're always going to be using these. You've heard me time and time again say, not only use these to keep my stencils straight, to keep my dies in place all the time when I'm crafting, but I do have some of this in my kitchen, just down to resealing packets of, you know, porridge oats and things like that in the cupboards.
Great shout.
Down to in the fridge, my cheese, you know, my grated cheese. That resealable thing on your cheese never works.
Never reseals, is it?
No, but these do. So not resealable cheese. Now, you didn't think you'd get that as a sell on these today, did you?
Use it on your cheese.
But my point is, they are something that you're not only going to use in your craft room, you're going to use them all over the house.
Yeah.
As crafters, we find a use for everything, everywhere. Glitter paste. And this is your rose gold. If I turn that round, look at the colour on
Put that on your cheese packet to make it more sparkly.
Absolutely. Not on your sandwich though. You know. So you're...
Oh, it's a rogue intruder.
This a rogue one?
That's not on the... Get him out.
Get it out.
Out. Out you go.
I've got some funky foam. Funky foam.
Okay.
So this is your pack of 12. This is your assorted colours. So you've got the green, pink, blue. Oh, is that a different pink in there as well? Yellow and red.
Okay.
12 pieces in there, 2 of each of those 6 colours. And again, this is brilliant for even if you only use it behind your mats and layers.
Question.
You know?
What? I've never had a funky foam. Had the funky foam on a show. And what do we use it for? Is it for die cutting?
Yes, it die cuts, absolutely. So it cuts and die cuts beautifully. So if you've got any of your flower dies, it's going to cut absolutely beautifully.
Yeah.
Your kids are going to love this, but it's going to come in handy. If you've got some corner dies, any embellishment dies, it's going to cut through absolutely beautiful, and it's going to give you some lovely depth and dimension on your cards. So it's a lot of fun. This is a necessity if you have got your Gemini, your larger one, not your old one, not your new one. You don't need it on your new one. If you've got your old Gemini and you've got your foil press, this is your extender plate.
That's a deal.
So it means that it's going to go through your larger Gemini absolutely perfectly. So again, it just sort of is what it is, but the fact that you're getting that for under a £5 is an absolute steal.
Yeah, grab those deals. Make sure you're shopping the day. See all of the deals from Cartlet a little bit later on. After the under 5s, we've got your under 10s. Where do you want to start, guys? Go on, fire one at me. Meet mat, cutting mat. This is the 12 by 18 cutting mat, so it's the big one. Self-healing, of course, as well. So if you're going to be using this alongside things like your craft knife, things like your rotary cutter, it's absolutely perfect to use because it's got that self-healing ability. Big size, and whether you are using this, if you measure in inches, you're good to go. If you're more of a centimetre type of person, you're also good to go. And of course, you've got your angles on there too, 60-degree and 45-degree angles, if you're into sort of more of your soft crafting. Brilliant to have in your craft room, but great to have a mat like this on the go as well. Normally $12.99 or $24.99. It is $5.59 the platinum price on this one, or $7.99 if you are platinum in the US. Next up in your under 10s, the Duo Colour pencils. What a deal on this! Normally £15 or $19.95. This is the Botanic Garden selection that you're getting here for £7.19 or $7.99. So these are your dual-tipped coloured pencils. So with each pen, you've got 13 within the actual set here, but actually it is 2 complementary colours, as you're seeing just here, per pencil. So a great way for you to be able to do your blending with these, and also actually a great way for you perhaps to get into kind of blending with your pencils if you don't want to go to sort of the lengths of maybe getting a full set of your colour blend pencils, maybe paying that $24.99, $29.99. Jump in, grab these, give these a go and see how you get on with them. 13 pencils in total, have we said. 40% off, less your 20 if you are a platinum member, so that is £7.19 or $7.99. Next, please, 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 if you've got the original scratch reveal kit, just pick this deal up today because it's the only way that you can get more of the little scratch reveal stickers, and the price is absolutely redonk. £3.19 or $4.79. Worth it alone just to get all of the extra stickers. That almost, apart from the, platinum, it should be in the under 5, shouldn't it? You're going to get 57 of these. So these are the little scratch away stickers, which you will need to replace at a point, and these little smaller kits are the only way to do it. So you've got the different shapes, different sizes and different colours. There's 57 of those included within the actual bundle itself, and then we also give you in this set your little stamps too. So this one's called your quirky quote. You've got in here things like, we'll always be friends, you know too much. That's a good one. You and I are more than friends, we are like a really small gang. Scratch and see your secret message. You've got, you asked for it, here is nothing, you're welcome, happy birthday. That is brilliant, isn't it? What do you want? Oh, nothing. Oh, there you go, there is nothing. And knowing me should be the only present you need. There's loads of little fun, quirky sentiments in there, and you've got then little images like the bottle of champagne there with the cork popping, little hearts in there too. I think that's an added bonus on top of the fact that you get 57 of those replacement stickers, and as you well know, if you've already got this, you've got the ability to be able to pop your own messages behind as well, so you don't have to just use the stamps, you can pop your own little quirky messages behind those scratch reveal stickers on their own. That's a steal, £3.19 or $4.79. Grab those whilst we still have them. Next up, are you joking me? It's the Prism Treat Box. The Prism Treat Box die and stencil set for $7.99. If you're platinum, pounds or dollars, this is £40 or $45 worth. Incredible value is this. Whether you are just going to be making like the individual boxes, creating that prism, now with a certain chocolate bar that will fit in there very nicely indeed, but then you also get the template to be able to create the roll-up, which allows you to create that sort of, I think it ends up looking like a little full Trivial Pursuit little tray, doesn't it? With all the little, love Trivial Pursuit. I have to get that out this Christmas. But yeah, you can create all of these boxes, like multi-create these. You've got all of the dies in there as well to be able to decorate up the boxes. And then, like I said, you've got the template to create the roll-up. And there's loads of handy dies in this as well, which you'll use, just on your other projects. Little panel dies, you've got decorative dies here, little border dies. You've got the little flowers, the star, the little bird. I mean, for that price, a 16-piece set is incredible. It's 15 dies and then the stencil to be able to create the roll-up. If you don't buy that today at that price, you don't want it basically, because it's an absolute steal. $7.99 either way, whether you're whether you are in the US or indeed in the UK, that is your platinum price. And then last in the under 10s is this one, your bag for your Gemini 2 9x6 plates. Well, doesn't that necessarily have to be your Gemini 2 actually? It could be plates from your normal Gemini Junior, that's the word I'm looking for. But yeah, you've got that beautiful raspberry coloured bag, that neoprene design to it, and then plenty of space to pop in all of your plates to keep them nice and safe and stored for when you're travelling with them. Normally $7.99 or $12.95, £3.99 if you're platinum, or $6.47. Lots to have a look at, lots to think about, as we've said, and now we are moving on to the under 50 deals. Keeping me busy over here, aren't they? Morning to Sharon Capers, who's joined us, saying good morning, Michelle and Ben and the CTV family from 27 degrees in North Carolina.
Oh.
Is that the warm 27 degrees or cold 27 North Carolina? Is that Fahrenheit or Celsius? I want to say it's probably Fahrenheit, isn't it? Is it cold? Got to be. Morning, Ben and Michelle. Bon Noel for you, says Michelle, says Michael Adams. Yes. Joan Noel.
Oui, oui.
You better go then. And Sheila says, Ben, I have a great song idea for you for the next year, for the winter sale. David Essex did the song Winter's Tale. He did.
I love that song.
It was only a winter sale. Just another winter sale. And why should the world take notice? I love that song. Oh, sorry. I should be listening. I was too busy singing songs. Johnny just told me off there. Violet Studios. This is an absolute steal of a deal on your dual tip watercolour markers. We launched these in a bundle back along. I think it was on Black Friday. We launched these when, well, they're in a bundle with old Bird and the Vacuum and the new paper trimmer. But what you are getting here for not £50 or $60, but for $27.99 or $41.99 is 100 dual-ended brush tip watercolour markers. If I get all of these out here, look at all of the colours that you're going to be receiving right here. I just cannot get round my mind the value for money that you're receiving. And whilst you look at this and think of 100 colours, all of the different shades showed you like your pinks and your reds and your oranges, you've got your greens and your blues there, you've got some portrait colours, more blues and oranges, and again, more of those portrait designs. Think about all of the different colours you're able to create when you kind of mix and match these up as well. I mean, endless colours there, really, absolutely endless. A great deal for you again if you just perhaps want to sort of get into start doing a little bit of watercolour. And what I would say to you is if you're looking at that and thinking, okay, well for $27.99 or $33, you know, these have got to be kind of like, you know, low end, maybe not so great. You've still got in here a really high quality dual-ended brush pen, but just for an absolute steal of a price, right?
Yes. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
In fact, Lily posted some pictures that some cards she'd made a little while ago, and she coloured them in with those, and they looked stunning, absolutely beautiful. So yeah, even though they're the Violet Studios, they're still beautiful to play with, definitely. Yeah,
and they're beautifully presented. Maybe, again, you're looking at a great gift for the kids. What a way to get them into watercolouring with 100 of those pens for an absolutely smashed down price. Can't believe that. $27.99, $33.59 is your price on those. Also at a ridiculous price. And listen, I won't pretend this is a deal that we're doing for the first time today because it's not, but what I will say is that this deal that we're doing on the illustrators is crazy. I thought it was going to be one of those deals that we would do maybe for like 24 hours and then take off and then not repeat, but we've repeated it. It is the 36 set of illustrators, your colour essentials, for $23.99 or $33.59. These are the ones that come with that beautiful Japanese brush nib. Oh, there we go, this one's open. You've got that beautiful nib one end, and then you've also got that stunning ultra fine nib the other. These, of course, alcohol markers. Great, again, if you're wanting to use these for things like your skin tones, for doing like hair and fur, because you've got the ability to create that flicking technique. And what I love most about this particular set is if I just show you on the side here, if you're someone who does like to do your blending techniques, maybe you've worked with things like your tri-blends before, and you love the fact that you've got your light, your medium and your dark, so you're easy to kind of pick one pen and do the blending. With this actual set here, we've got your light, your medium and your dark across a whole range of different colours as well. So yes, as opposed to like your tri-blends where it's in one pen, here you've got it across three. So it's a really fantastic set for you to still do all of your blending techniques with. You can do that fantastic flicking technique with this too, and you've got these at an absolute steal. If you've never tried our Illustrator markers before, and I can understand, right? You know, at £75 or $120, you might be thinking, well, I'm interested, but you know, for that sort of price, maybe not today. Today you can at $23.99 or $33.59. Snap those up, give them a go, and then guarantee you will come back and buy more. That's probably, I would say, the best of the under 50 deals that we have got. Also proved very popular as well over the course of the last few weeks since we launched it is your light pad. Now, again, this is quite nice, particularly if you've got the Gemini 2, because you're going to be able to power this one up via the USB cable, which is included with this. So if you have got your G2, you can plug this into the back of your Gemini 2 and power it off the back of there. If I get this one out for you as well, and just quickly show you. I don't know if you've seen light pads before. Maybe you've had one which is quite big, quite bulky. This one, look at that. It is super slim. And it is super lightweight as well, really, really slim. So, nice and easy and portable to travel with. There's your cable, so you're just going to be plugging that one into the back of your Gemini 2. You've got with this actually 3 settings, so you've got the ability to be able to dim this to however sort of bright you want it to be, but if you want to do tracing, you can. If you want to do your lettering, illustration, things like your scrapbooking, if you like to do like parchment craft as well, this is absolutely perfect for doing that. Quilting, sewing, just a really, really handy bit of kit to have. And again, normally at £20 or $25, it is, if you're platinum, well, $12.79 or $15.99, which is a great deal, great value for money. And again, I know that one will be super popular today. And the last one in the under 50s, have we got 2 more? Oh, yes, of course we do. How could I forget you, old friend, the Pro Sketch Pack? This one. The guillotine. This is the small, I would say portable guillotine, because it's not small by any stretch of the imagination. You've still got on here, if I pop this one out, that cutting platform of 8 3/4 inches, so plenty of room there. Super sharp this, of course, too. If you've used other guillotines previously and you've been left like a little bit kind of disappointed with the cut, you know how these have been developed when Leanne went to see a sword manufacturer to make sure that you're going to get that super fine cut each and every time. Super sharp, ready to go. Self-sharpening too, that blade. You've got your finger guard there as well, so all of the sort of safety features that you would want when you're using this. And then you've also got your measuring guide there, once again, inches and centimetres. It goes up in an 1/8 increment, again, so you can be really, really precise and specific with each and every cut that you're going to be doing with this. Hardened stainless steel blades, as I've said. Nice size to pop in things like your totes, and when you're kind of going away, this is the one that you'll take with you. If you've got the larger guillotine, you think, I've already got a guillotine, I think this is a nice one to have alongside it, because your larger guillotine you'll keep in your craft room. This is the one that you'll travel with. But let's also remember, and I think it gets forgotten a little bit, this is so super handy because it's not just a guillotine, it's also got that integrated scoreboard functionality too. So again, if you're traveling and you want to take something to cut with and score with, take this one. You don't need to take a scoreboard because you've got your scoring tool in there, and then you've got that that scoreboard functionality with this too. So it is a real kind of workhorse and a really, really kind of brilliant bit of kit to take for all of your scoring and all of your cutting. And what a price today. £25 or $40 is $13.99 or $22.39. 30% saving, less your club inspired discount. Fantastic value for money on that one. We've got some great this is going to be a huge cartload tonight, I tell you what. And you thought we were just winding down for Christmas. We weren't going to bring you any great deals. I think some of the best deals that we have seen for the last few weeks. And talking about one of those, it is the Pro Sketch Pack. Yes, in the under 50, because once again, we have kept that price for you, that half price deal on the hottest item from over the last 4 weeks. $31.99 if you're platinum, $39.96. People have multi-ordered this. People have been going crazy for it. Wherever you are in your kind of drawing and sketching journey, this is a pack for you. We launched it just over 4 weeks ago, and when we did, of course, there was only one lady who could launch this pack, and that was our Sheena. And here she is from that launch show, taking you through everything you're going to get in this pack, and also explaining just how crazy the value for money is.
It is phenomenal. So seriously, if there's somebody who's of school age, college, anybody, and just this, they're going to want to use this, but you're going to want to use this as well. Shall I take you through what's in on the overhead? Right, let's look at it, and then I've got mine already set up. This is what you get, the first layer, right? So this is the first layer. We have a huge pencil like this. This is called a clutch pencil or a lead holder. Look at the size, look at that, that's lead, that's all lead. So that's for your sketching, for your shading. We'll be using that today. I'll be taking you through that. And to pop it back in, you just do that and it goes back. But you've also got in there, I'm just going to do, instead of like an order, I'm going to go around. You've got a mechanical pencil here, down here. You've got your regular mechanical pencil that you probably know about. Now, I've got to say, guys, with these two here, I've paid up to £10 for what my clutch holder. My pencil, £5 to £6 for an inexpensive one.
Right, okay.
The value is, I have everything that's in here, just saying, and I've paid a lot of money for everything that's in here. So they're the first two, but you also get refills for these guys. So you get a whole pack here. It's hard to get them out here. I'm going to do my best to get them out because I've already got them. Well, I'm just going to point, look there. You've got your lead for your mechanical pencil, for your fine one. I'm going to show you why these are all, why you need them all shortly, and why they, what everything does. And look at all those there. All of those there are refills for your clutch pencil or your lead holder, the big chunky one. So you've got refills. You've got a couple of erasers, and they do different things. This is the type that you're probably well familiar with, just a regular plastic eraser. Works a treat.
Yeah.
You've got this one here, which is a kneaded eraser, kneadable eraser. They call it a putty eraser, or a kneaded eraser, or a kneadable eraser. It's squidgy. It's like it's a bit like, you know, like stuff you put your Christmas cards up in. When we open it, you'll see, and you shape it and you use it any way you want, and it doesn't leave any little bits behind like that one. You can just lighten the background a little bit with it. Anyway, we're going to be using them shortly. Going through, you've got 3 coloured pencils here that are great for just either mixing, for colouring in, or for like when you're doing, if you're doing a little sketchy ideas, you can do them in different colours for represent different bits of your card making. So you might want to use the red as the foreground element if you're using your books and things to plan out your cards. Yeah. The blue might be a background, the next layer back, and the green might be further back, like just the flat bit of card. All of this will become apparent later. You've got 2, these are amazing. If you've ever used water-soluble graphite, you'll be excited already. There's 2 here. They look like pencil, they're exactly like pencil, but you don't have to even blend these ones, you just add a bit of water. There is a 2B and a 6B. Now this is where I get super excited.
This one?
Like, seriously, a pastel, a chalk pastel pencil. For all of your card making, your paper crafting, you want that. Yeah. And you also want, look, I'm not even going to take it out.
This is what people are going to get excited about as well, that pen.
There. Oh, if you haven't used this pen yet, just do it. I mean, seriously, that and this kit alone, can you see where the money's just mounting up? I know. Yeah, it's just phenomenal. I never even mentioned, look, you've got your pencil, a really good metal pencil sharpener there for all of your pencils, your regular pencils. Moving down, you've got a water brush, a fabulous, and it's a really nice size water brush. Oh, cool. It holds a really good point, so if you want to add the water to your water soluble pencils, just portable, it's perfect for that, and that's going to go in this kit that you haven't even seen the bag yet. Yeah. You got 5 illustrators there, and they're the brush nib illustrators, which are my absolute go-tos, perfect, and they're shades of grey. So you've got 2 cool greys, you've got 2 warm greys, and you've got a black. You've got all of these outliners, and you've got outliners here that you can't get anywhere else. These 2 here, and there's a chisel nib as well. Oh, is there? A chisel nib outliner. There's 2 flex pens here, which you won't get. Well, if you look at that, we've almost got like the price in just that and that of the kit. Well, I was going to say, already all of that is miles over. Miles over. Then you've got paper stumps to blend your graphite pencils with. That's the top layer. Then we move on. I think I've covered everything, haven't we? Yeah. Oh, look at the beauty of this. So in here, this is great. You have a case, and I've got mine all set up, which I'll show you properly shortly. But in there, everything fits perfectly. There's a place for everything in that case. Yeah. And there's also a place for the next thing, which are the books. Look at this. Right, now if you're wondering about the value of sketchbooks, let me pop that to one side. Let me show you what I've brought my sketchbooks here. Just let me take you through that. They're just 3 of my sketchbooks, right? That one I paid £11.50 for. Yes. That one was £15. Right. This one was £36. And guess what's in this one? Nothing, because I'm scared to use it.
Hang on, 36, 20...
36 quid for that.
26 and 11, did you say?
Yeah, for these three. These ones have got bits in. I've been brave enough to do a few bits in these ones.
Wow.
But this one, not, because I'm scared to use it.
Yeah.
But look what you've got here. You've got 2 A4. They're totally different. Again, we're going to go through this in proper time and basically play. This one here is a mixed media book. So if you want to, for a crafter, you could use this book for your colour charts. You know when I say always make a colour chart? This would be it could be a card making Bible. You could have your aquas colour chart and you've got them all safe and they're always there.
Idea. It's good.
Then you can have your inks, you can have your duet ink pad colours in there and then swatch them so you can see all the colours. You've got your shimmer inks, so you can see how even that would work for a paper crafter. It's phenomenal, but it's not watercolour card. It won't take a completely soaking wash, but it's thick enough to use water products on there as well. So that's your mixed media pad there. And then we've got this beauty here. This if you separated this and gifted this on its own, it's sewn. It's a proper sewn with signatures. You know, they call the little bits of the little different things, the little signatures there. It's a sewn bound paper that is smooth, silky smooth, so all your dry media, your inks and everything are going to work perfectly on this. I'll show you how I've started to use mine, shall I? Shall I show you mine quickly before we start
why
playing?
not?
This one's mine.
That folder's brilliant as well, isn't it? My goodness me.
Fabulous.
You could even just split up if you're looking for gifts, split up, keep the pens, give the folder away, give the pads away, and whatever you want to do.
That's what it looks like when it's together, Ben. Look, everything's got its place. I've put my pencils, I've got all my pens here for drawing, and I've gone large to small to fine.
Yeah.
I haven't even shown you how fine the lines are. We're doing all this when we're going to draw shortly. Not draw, scribble, plain over stamps and things.
Yeah.
And everything's there. And then in here, you've got all your other bits, your paper stump, your pencil sharpener, your eraser, everything fits in there. And then in here, you have your books. I mean, the fact that you can carry everything, can you see what I'm saying? You are going to be like, if you gift this to someone this Christmas, they're going to think you've been generous beyond compare.
Generous.
And this is how we're going to use them. So if you think, I'd like a lovely sketchbook, like my little sketchbook, but I can't draw. So you're thinking, well, yeah, all right then, Douglas, but how do I do it if I'm not drawing? Doesn't matter, look. Would you know that this hasn't been just sketched?
Wow, yeah.
Would you? No, you wouldn't, would you? That is what we're going to show you how to do. So you could make yourself a little journal like this.
Brilliant.
It doesn't have to be just, sketches like that, but I think that looks rather pretty. If you want to gather, and also imagine whatever you do in this book, you can then put on a card.
That's it.
So imagine sending a card that looks like this. It'll look like you've done a hand-drawn card. This one was stamps that you'll be familiar with. They're not even a stamp, that's a stencil. I'm going to show you how to change them. Using the pens that are in the kit. If you want to maybe repurpose this one and think, well, how can I get value? Again, I haven't used it, but I've started playing in the back. You might want to make yourself a desk journal.
Yeah.
So this is a stencil. This is the space that we're going to do today. We're going to put a stamp on there and we're going to draw over that with the pen. And then we're going to use some just die cuts to cut out and put panels in here for notes or goals for that month. And it's going to be really pretty. And it's like, it could be a family kind of like what's happening at a glance, coffee table, pretty little book there. So can you see how it's not just if you're an artist, for anybody and anyone in school, honestly, you're going to look like the best auntie ever.
Get it now. Well, the amount of these that have gone, I mean, eventually this is going to sell out. It's been absolutely flying for about 4 weeks. But we did have a lot of stock, but it's been flying. And that price, are we going to be keeping that in the new year? Any that's got left? Surely we can't. Get it now whilst you can get it at that price. £31.99, £39.96. Great little gift idea. And you know what, as I've said, if you're expecting a bit of Christmas money, or maybe you picked up an e-gift card, that is certainly going to be a worthwhile treat to go for. And like I said, if you are shopping right now and thinking, I need to get something for somebody, obviously we can't get items to you for Christmas, but you can get an e-gift card which will be delivered to either, I think you can have it sent to you or sent straight to the inbox of the person that you want it delivered to. Must say hi to Caroline Hanley, who says, I've just had the light pad arrive this morning. Someone is wrapping it up and giving it to me for Christmas, along with a box of those illustrators. Nice. Craig says, good morning from Flagstaff, Arizona. Waiting for the snow this weekend, and I'm getting my shipment today that contains the Platinum Members gift. Hopefully you will enjoy it. Right, we're going to go back to our ink pads. Of course, we're crafting our stash at 3 o'clock this afternoon. That's 10 o'clock for all of you Eastern time and 7 a.m. Pacific. Looking at all of the different ink pads. So get the questions in later on. Let's make it a really nice interactive hour. If you've got any requests of anything that you want to see in that hour-long show, get those in before the end of this show so that we can get some demos and ideas lined up ready for that. But we're going to have a look at your opaque pigment ink pads. Again, we've got a selection of these as individual ink pads on the show. There's more on the website for you too. But let's dive into these. They're at $4.79 or $7.19 if you're a Platinum member. So we've had a quick look at your water reactive ink pads today, Michelle. So let's go sort of back to basics again with our pigment ink pads, the opaque pigment ink pads. What are these? What can we do with them? How do we use them?
So your opaque pigment, it's a pigment ink in there. Well, it's a pigment in there which is different to your inks. So the difference between a pigment and an ink, you know, it's down to the molecules and the size of them, hence why you've got a different carrier for your pigment. You've got that lovely spongy, soft carrier there because you need that for the pigment because it's bigger.
Yeah.
But because it's bigger, that allows you to do those different techniques. So it allows you to do blend. I mean, they blend beautifully. So again, you know, blending two of these together, creating that third colour. They stay open so long for you to heat emboss, which is obviously amazing.
Yeah.
You can stamp with these as well. Again, you can pop them down on here and you can sort of pick it up with the brush. You've still got the ability to do that. But what you've got is a rich, juicy, it's opaque is the finish. But don't think because it says opaque, it's going to be a little bit see-through, a little bit wishy-washy. It's not. The colour is absolutely really bold, really beautiful. And I'm going to show you just how long that these stay open. So you can see that I've got my stencil down here already. So I've just picked my Christmas poinsettia one.
Okay.
So I've just got a piece of card. Let me just add a little bit more tape underneath. So I'm just going to tape my card just in that corner, just to my glass mat, just under there. So it's not going to encroach on my stencil, and then I've just taped my stencil here. So I've picked 4 colours. I've got my grasshopper, honeypot, Chinese red and Bordeaux. And because I've got this particular stencil, I'm going to use my little finger daubers. So I've got one for each of my colours. So what we're going to do is we're going to stencil through this because it stencils, or they stencil absolutely beautifully. And I'm not going to rush this stencil. I'm just going to try and do it like I would at home because I just want you to see that when you're doing a really big stencil like this, you don't have to rush. You don't have to worry thinking I really need to hurry up on this because it's going to sort of dry out and I'm not going to be able to pop my powder over it. So I'm just, all those poinsettias we're going to do in this lovely Chinese red. And you can see, I think you can see straight away how thick and juicy it does lay down. So doing all those petals first. And then some of those berries. And again, you can really lay this up thick. So finding all those berries. When I ink those berries up, they always remind me of some sweets I used to get when I was little.
Oh, I think
there was like a big bag of, there was just like tiny little ball type shape sweets in there.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they were called. But whenever I'm doing this stencil, it always, although everything always reminds me of some
cherry
sort
flavoured?
of food. Yeah.
Like cherry drops.
Oh, is that as simple as it is? Cherry drops. But they were just tiny little balls of deliciousness.
Cherry drops.
why I've
Little
got-
balls of deliciousness.
That's why I've got lots of fillings, can I just say? I used to eat, everyone else would have a hard-boiled sweet and, they'd just, keep it in the mouth until it disappeared.
Yeah.
I had to chonk away on it.
Like crunch them.
Yeah. So I'm going to go over the edges with the Bordeaux just to sort of give it that bit of depth and dimension.
I was more of a chewy sweet kind of kid.
I wasn't any kind of sweet kind of kid.
Any sweet will do. Any sweet will do. I kind of always thought that like boiled sweets for old people when I was little.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wine gums and jelly babies were my favourite sweets.
Did you ever get was it the Yorkshire mixture? Did you ever have that?
Yorkshire mixture?
Yeah.
No.
It was...
I was from down south. We didn't have anything Yorkshire down there. What was that? What was
it
the
had
Yorkshire
lots
mixture?
of different hard-boiled sweets in all different shapes and flavours. And it was obviously a mixture of them, hence the name.
Emma Bailey thinks you're talking about cola pips.
Oh, maybe.
Those were tiny.
Oh, the little pips, yes.
Yeah. And
Yes.
if you didn't kind of like eat them quickly, they'd all like congeal together, wouldn't they?
Yeah, that's...
Cola pips.
Oh, Emma Bailey. She's right on my wavelength. I love that.
I used to really like the ones. Oh, what were they called? They were in like they were in like a rice paper, but then had like sherbet inside them.
Oh, the UFO,
Flying saucers.
UFOs.
UFO.
Yeah.
I
Flying
love
saucers.
flying saucer.
You can still get those.
Can you actually?
Yeah.
I bet they're top. You can get them at the shop next door, can you? I might have to pop in at lunchtime. I bet they're small though now, aren't they? They're not.
I'd love that shop next door is great. You can get all sorts in there.
It's a bit like if you, our UK viewers, I don't know, it probably wasn't on the US, if you remember the TV show Mr. Ben, where he used to go into the fancy dress shop and whatever fancy dress costume he wanted, it was always there. That's what it's like, the shop next door. Whatever you go in there looking for, you'll be able to find, even though it probably wasn't in there the time before. But it's from like fancy dress costumes to dog beds. And everything in between, isn't it? It's cleaning, detergent, sweets, cakes.
Sweets, cake, and then there's gifts in there, isn't there? There's candles.
Birdhouses, yeah. There's like crystal ornaments in there. I don't know what you'd call that shop really. It's just like it is, Johnny, it is like Aladdin's cave.
My mum always called something like that a tat shop, or a tut shop.
A tuck shop?
Tut, T-U-T.
Oh, tut, what does that mean?
A little bit of everything.
Ah.
I think she just made it up. I don't think it was like a real thing.
Yeah.
But Mum was very much like me. She couldn't think of a word, she just made it up.
Yeah. Tuck shop.
Tut shop. Sells all sorts of tut. So you can see how long it's taken me to ink this up. I'm trying not to rush because I do tend to speedcraft, as someone once said to me. Yeah. But I want you to see just how long this is taking, for just how long that these inks are going to stay open for me to be able to sort of heat emboss it.
Lynn Morton says cherry is nasty.
Oh, really?
Cherry is nasty, apparently. Nasty. Don't say that to Debbie Robinson. She loves cherry.
She does, doesn't she?
Yeah, remember that time she got the vending machine filled up with cherry Coke? It's just like, I think she collared the guy. She collared the guy who comes and fills it up. Poor guy. And she made him like fill it up with all cherry Coke, and that was all that was in there for like weeks. I mean, she was in her element. He never came back again, though, that guy.
Remember that.
I think he like outdone his quota of cherry Coke for the day in like one machine. Look at that. That's brilliant. Wowee.
Look how lovely it is. Now, what we're going to do... is Johnny taking the mick out of my accent?
He was going, it's lovely. Lovely.
So we're going to add our just my clear embossing powder. Tap that off. And you can see straight away that, you know, it's still sticky for me to be able to pop all this on. Oh, and
this is the only ink
emboss.
pad that you could do this embossed effect with. What, aside from, so could you do it with our duet ink pads? Or our shimmer ink pads?
Yeah, our shimmer ink pads. I'm not sure. I think you can. I don't think you can heat emboss with the duets, no. But the shimmer ones, any of them, so the gold ones,
the silver,
yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
If it's an opaque, if it says pigment on there, then you can heat emboss with it, definitely. So let's bring this in. Let's do the best technique ever in the world, the end.
The end.
The end.
Here we go.
So when you are doing this, we're not wafting it about like it's a hairdryer. We're just going to hold it in place, and you're gonna catch a particular area, and then once that area catches, you can follow it round. There you go, look.
It's going, it's going. Here we go.
There you go. And then we'll follow that round. It's just, this is mindful crafting, isn't it? To watch this all day.
It is amazing to watch. There's some questionable sound effects coming from the gallery. I have that stencil, says Caroline Hanley. Haven't used it yet. I will be now to whip up a last-minute Christmas card. But I tell you what, when you've seen how quick and easy it is to create a beautiful background like this.
Absolutely. It doesn't take long. Again, when you're doing this, if you want to get all those individual colours, definitely these little daubers are going to be your best friend.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it does overlap a little bit. It just adds to the effect of a handmade card, doesn't it?
Absolutely right. I must say out to Gaz as well, who says, well, you've done it, Michelle and Ben. Aaron has opened his own CC account and he's just placed his first order. Which is a Christmas present for me.
Oh.
What's he got you guys?
Yeah, what's he bought you?
Let us know. And on the subject of sweets, Caden Turner says one of my favourites used to be cola cubes. Couldn't bite through those, could you?
No.
And Zoe Carver, I love sherbet pips. I always used to get a quarter with my pocket money. Yeah. The only boiled sweet I really like was like a sherbet lemon.
Oh. Oh, that's making me wink.
What?
Yes, it's sour.
Oh no, I love the sherbet lemon. Thank you, Becky Gospel, who says, I've got my platinum gift yesterday. Thank you, Crafters TV. You are more than welcome for that platinum gift. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Put it under the Christmas tree and open it Christmas Day. Look at that.
Oh,
yes!
Does it look? How beautiful does it look? You don't need to do much else to a card than that. But what I do want to do for you, show you quickly, is bring in a spare piece of card.
Yeah.
And all that ink that I've got on here.
Go. Yeah, yeah.
Where's my little sprayer? Let me, just going to spray this. So spray all that ink. So even though it's an opaque, you're not going to get an amazing watercolour effect, but spray it with water.
Yeah.
I'm going to pop it on there. I'm going to bring in a spare piece of card and place that over and give it a nice burnish. Give it a little while, allow the card underneath to soak up some of that ink that you've got on there. And then let's peel it off. Ooh. And you've got a lovely, I mean, a bit squishy down there, so maybe a little bit less water down there.
Very arty-farty.
It is. So that's the one that I did when I created it at home. I just used slightly different colour green on that one. But you get a really lovely effect, a nice background that you're going to be able to, you've got a perfect flower there. So you definitely, even with these, you can reuse that ink that's on your stencil.
Yeah.
So then all we're going to do now is I've got just a black 8x8 card. I've got some of our cherry red Centura pearl. So we're just going to pop this down. So now I've finished that, if I wanted to add a little bit of distressing, I could come back in with my water reactive inks in the matching colours, so maybe in the Chinese red or the Bordeaux. And let me just make sure that's straight. So yeah, so maybe in the Chinese red or the Bordeaux, and just edge it a little bit. You know, when we just blend over the edges just to sort of ink it out. I'm not gonna, because I think I like the bold edge on that. Let me bring in my tacky glue for this. So I've swapped to my tacky glue because I want to glue this onto that Centura pearl. Because it's got that coating, I need to use my water-based glue instead. I think I've got a little bit of a blockage, bear with me.
Oh, whilst you unblock your blockage, we can say hi to Betty, who says, that is beautiful, Michelle. And also Gaz, so Aaron's opened up his account and bought a Christmas present for Gaz, and he's bought Gaz the Pro Sketch Pack and the box of the Illustrator pens.
Love it.
What a deal today, yeah. I mean, and the amount of money he saved there as well. Incredible.
Oh, good lad, Aaron.
Good
I'm sure
work,
you've
Aaron.
made Gaz very happy.
Yes, great shopping there.
I'm
The amount of money you
surprised
saved.
Sorry?
I was just thinking the amount of money you saved as well.
Yes, yeah.
Wow,
I'm surprised he's bought it for Gaz though, and not himself, because he's arty. He's quite arty. Good at his art, is Aaron. So.
Well, maybe.
Yeah,
he's
that's
he's
what he
doing the old
said.
thing of like, here's your Christmas gift. Maybe I'll just use a few of these. Thank you, Gaz. Method in the madness there, you see. We must have done that before. Bought a Christmas gift for somebody else, like, I don't know, like like a DVD or something that you wanted, and then watched it before you sent it to the person.
I will plead the fifth on that one.
I'm not saying that I have, it's what I've heard.
It's what I've heard, yes.
Some people, some unscrupulous people do. Terrible, imagine doing that.
All I'm going to pop now at the bottom is have a beautiful day. Again, be careful. I've edged it with a little bit of the ink that's still on here, but because it's that pigment, be careful, because you are going to get ink everywhere if you aren't careful.
Yeah.
Have a beautiful day, but that could say Merry Christmas or anything on that one. But if I turn that round, and if I just tip it so you can see that opaque, and that you can see it, look at that, when the light catches that. There you go, look.
And you could have gone in again with the embossing powder there, couldn't you, if you want? Is it 3 times max, isn't it, we say?
Yes, yeah, 3 times max, triple emboss. Looks absolutely beautiful. So yes, I could have gone in and made some of those bits stand out a little bit more, add more ink, blend different coloured inks, again, to get that really depth and dimension on there. But I don't think you need to. I think that's quite nice as it is.
Absolutely brilliant. Beautiful cards. We will do a vote then at the end of the show for your demo of the show. And don't forget, if you want to jump in and buy some of those opaque pigment ink pads, you can. They're $4.79 or $7.19. We've got just a few of the different colours on the show, but lots of different colours for you on the web. And don't forget, if there's anything that you want to know about ink pads, maybe you've got some at home and you've not used them because you're not quite sure how to get the very best out of them, Crafty Stash this afternoon from 3 o'clock, an hour-long special with me and Michelle. So that's 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. Get your ink pads out, get ready to ask those questions, and hopefully we'll make it a nice interactive hour. We've got just about half an hour left on this show, so some more deals coming your way very shortly indeed, and I think another demo before we finish, and of course that all-important vote as well. But right now, a good opportunity to get to the checkouts, and we'll meet you back here in about 4 minutes' time.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right?
Yeah.
Should be coming in. Should be coming.
What did you do?
Exactly
what
how
did you do?
he looks.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
My name's Craig Laird. I work at Crafters Companion. I am a craft expert where I get to play with lots of crafty goodies from Crafters Companion, and hopefully we're here to inspire you with lots of crafty things that you can do. So my crafting journey, that started many years ago, actually just over 20 years ago. I actually came across crafting on UK Shopping TV. I was unwell at the time, and I was just channel surfing, just having a look to see what was on TV, and then I came across who has now become my friend Dawn Bibby, and I thought, oh, quite like that bit of crafting that she's doing. I purchased some crafty goodies, and before you know it, here I am, all these years later, doing what I'm doing with Crafters Companion. So believe it or not, none of my family or friends are actually very creative. So the creative side in me has actually just progressed naturally. As I have progressed, I've become really good friends with many craft experts out there in the industry, and they're the ones that inspire me. Then coming to Crafters Companion, Crafters TV, and interacting with all the crafters at home, seeing what they make. I am a huge advocate for social media, because you get to see lots of things that everyone makes at home, and that does inspire me as well. Many years ago, before I started here at Crafters Companion, believe it or not, I didn't have a lot of confidence. I didn't go out a lot, I didn't do much. Now, with Crafters Companion and Crafters TV, it's given me so much confidence, self-belief. My biggest crafting success, I'm going to have to pick two. One of them is appearing on HSN America. I was really lucky a couple of years ago to actually go to Florida with Sarah to see how it all works behind the scenes. An incredible juggernaut that the Shopping TV is at HSN. That for me is an incredible proud moment. I will never ever forget when all of you incredible crafters at home voted enough for me to be in the running of the 2021 Male Craft Personality of the Year. Was such a humbling feeling. I was so proud. I was so grateful. Our Crafters TV audience are absolutely incredible. For me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers, and the support that I get. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise, but if you just want that interaction, you just want to have that chat away about anything random in life, onto social media, onto Crafters TV, you know that you're going to get that support, you're going to get that understanding when it comes to the crafters at home.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for checking out your baskets. Busy old day getting ready for that cartload show tonight. Winter sale cartload from 6 o'clock this evening. Must say hi to Sharon Capers, who says, hi, Ben and Michelle. I received my platinum gift yesterday. It was waiting for me when I got home. Enjoy. Hi also to Sarah Brown, who says, I love that card, Michelle. The colours are beautiful. It would make a great jigsaw.
Yes.
Yeah, it would. That jigsaw die, don't forget, available on the winter outlet. Sale. Winter outlet? Winter sale. Winter sale. Hi to Lynn Morton, who says, beautiful, Michelle. Sandra says, I'm not a poinsettia person, but that, Michelle, is absolutely beautiful. Beautiful card, Michelle, says Christy Mahoney. And Alicia Gordon says, Michelle, your wedding rings are stunning.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You guys notice everything.
My roots yesterday.
That was quite funny, though.
That was quite funny.
Oh, we laughed. Right, from water reactive ink pads to pigment ink pads to duet ink pads, we have a selection for you there. They're all available for you individually, but we've got a few different colours for you. They're $4.79 or $7.16. So we've seen what we can do with our water reactive ink pad. We've seen what we can do with our pigment ink pad. What can we do with the duet ink pads? How are these perhaps a little bit different to what we've previously seen?
Another one I just love ink pads. I love the fact that you can do lots of different things with all of our different ink pads. Now this is our duet, and it's not a duet because there's two colours in there. It's a duet because it's a hybrid. So it's a hybrid between being able to do lots of water-based ink techniques. So your water reactive inks that you can, again, you can blend your background, you can do that faux emboss with, things like this. But normally you won't stamp with your water reactives, but with these you can. So you can do all those water-based techniques, but you can also do sort of reactive techniques. But with this, because it's like that chalky base, that chalky finish, what you're going to get, for instance, if you do your faux bleaching effect, you do that with your water reactive inks, you get that faux bleach effect. But if you do that with this, adding water in any way, what it does is it creates almost like a chalky lift, a chalky finish. So when it lifts it, because it's a beautiful chalky colour, beautiful chalky base, what you're going to get is you're going to get that beautiful chalk lift almost. So it's not a full-on faux bleach. It just, again, looks so different. But the fact that you can stamp with these as well just means that you can do twice as much with those. So I've picked two of my colours. I've got my Raspberry Ripple and I've got my Sailor's Wake. So I've just got a piece of card, and all we're going to do is we're just going to ink this up.
Yeah.
So just like you would with any of your ink pads, we're just going to do sort of that really nice, simple technique, just not embossing it, just adding it round the edge of the card. And what you're going to find with this is you need to build it up. You don't want to go straight in with a big heavy hand.
Yeah.
Because it goes on very chalky as well, so you definitely need to sort of keep adding, keep going until you're happy with where you're at.
And it's great for doing like multi-layers on as well, isn't it, if you're like drying in between?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. These are just an absolutely amazing ink pad.
Yeah.
Just the amount of things that you can do with these.
That's what Leanne was sort of saying, I think last time she was on with these, saying if she was going to like recommend one kind of ink pad to sort of get started with, it would probably be these, for the fact that you can do so many different techniques.
Yes, definitely. Because you have got that hybridization there.
Oh my gosh! What a word that is! Hybridization. I think that's in my crossword I've done on my Facebook page. 9 down. Word beginning with H that Michelle made up this morning. Hybridization. What a great word that is. Did that just come into your mind then?
It did. I don't even know if it's a real word, but...
I think it should be.
It is now.
I'm going to Google it.
Can you see there where I haven't cleaned the blue off? I don't know if you can quite see it. Where I haven't cleaned the blue off and I've allowed the blue to come over with the pink, I'm getting sort of a purple edge. Now that's absolutely fine. That's sort of what I'm wanting. So I'm getting the purple edge because obviously they're going to blend together. If you don't want that mixture when you're doing this, you would just obviously either move that away or clean that up. But we don't want to clean it up and get rid of it. What you're going to do is any ink that you've got left on there, you're going to spritz with some water like we do, and we're going to pick it up.
It is a word.
Is it? I thought it sounded all right, so I wasn't quite sure. I thought I'm just going to go for it. People know what I mean when I'm saying it, so.
Crossing between genetically different organisms to produce desired characteristics in the offspring is known as hybridization. So not quite what you meant, but it still works.
Still works.
Yeah.
I'm still claiming it. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my piece of card that I know I'm going to mat and lay it over the middle. Make sure that I've inked in as far as I want. If you wanting to create the whole thing, you will just obviously carry on through to the middle.
Yeah.
But because I've got that piece of card going over the middle, I don't need to. I'm definitely going to blend out and blend over those edges. So it's going to be easier for me to go with the blue over that pink than the pink over the blue. That will blend a little bit easier. So again, let's pop that over, just add a little bit more, and just keep going until you're happy with the blend that you've created and the colours.
And again, if you want to take these straight into your cards, you can, can't you? Because I think they've been designed more with that in mind as well, haven't they? The shape of the actual ink pads.
Yes, absolutely. They are, I love these, I must admit, I really do love these. So I'm quite happy with the coverage that I've got now. So let's just move that for a second. In fact, we'll move that for a second as well. Where's my little spritzer? There it is. We're just going to spritz that with water. I'm going to let it pool a little bit, and let's bring in a spare piece of card that I'm just going to pick up that ink, create a nice little background that I can either use for sentiments, anything. It just saves you from wasting all that ink. So you can imagine how long and how far these are going to go just by not wasting anything. You've got a beautiful mixture from that pink through to the blue, and you've got that purple in between. So you're just definitely not going to waste anything.
So you just dry that and then just pop it away for another project another day, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Or if I've got a sentiment that I want to pop on this, because the colours are going to tie in, so you could definitely cut it out with that as well. But what we're going to do is I'm going to bring in some of my water brush, and we're just going to tap the water all around the edges. Yeah. Because just this one simple technique on here just really showcases these inks amazingly. So with this, the longer you leave it, obviously the more it's going to soak up, remove that colour. And you can see here now, it's not faux bleaching like it does on the watercolour. It's giving you that lovely sort of bleed out of chalk. So when you're sort of quite happy with it, you're going to bring in, I'm just going to leave it. The fact that you can just see it happening now while you're watching, I think is pretty fantastic. I'm going to decide when I want to lift it up, so I'm going to bring this in and just get rid of that. So again,
the longer you leave it, the more of a dramatic effect you're going to achieve, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. So look at that. So you can see the difference, how chalky that looks rather than when you're using your others. So we're going to bring that in, I'm going to pop that over there. Yeah. Already got a smaller piece done. Exactly in the same way. We're going to pop that. So this is our, is it the fuchsia?
Which one?
Centura Pearl, the fuchsia.
Which one is it? so you're just going back to the future.
Go back to the future. The fuchsia. Yeah, it is fuchsia, isn't it? It's not, so it ties in absolutely beautifully. So what we're going to do is, in fact, that's the one that I did at home. So you can see all I've done differently is I've blended more purple, really. Blended the two colours more together. To stop that reaction, Leanne will always say, you know, pop your heat tool on it, dry it out completely, and then that stops that reaction. I'm quite happy that by popping this over here, that I've dried it enough that that reaction's going to sort of stop. So then all I've got is we've got a 6x6 card base, and we're just going to pop this together nice and simple. I think when you create a lovely background with your inks, I don't think you necessarily need to do much to them. It's nice to just let that particular technique that you've created do the talking on your card.
That's it. I think it's been a lovely show again, this, for the fact that you've created, and you'll see it more shortly when we do the vote, some really lovely projects, but it's all been very easy to follow and hopefully very easy for you to be able to achieve all these different things at home. Because I think more than anything, I mean, if you haven't got these ink pads, or maybe you're stocking up today, then brilliant. But if you've already got these at home, I suppose the point of a day like today and Crafty Stash is for you to get your ink pads out and have a play, isn't it? And you know, if you're stuck for ideas, copy some of what Michelle's been doing today.
Yeah, I have tried definitely to show you lots of different techniques that you can do with them all. Yeah. So let's pop. And yes, I know I've used the wrong glue before, someone says, but it's all right. So the reason I'm saying I've used the wrong glue is because I'm using the Centura, I'm gluing onto Centura Pearl, and because it's a coated cardstock.
You need your tacky glue.
I do need my tacky glue. Yeah. And the reason I need my tacky glue is because it's water-based. So.
Johnny firing in the questions. But the gallery's been very interactive the last couple of days as well. I think they're all excited for Christmas as well, the team. I think Johnny's excited. He's this is his last day today. He's off to see Father Christmas tomorrow. Yeah. I don't know if he's taking the kids, but he's
yeah, he's
off.
Going.
Daddy's just popping out for a little while, kids.
And then...
Don't go sitting on his lap, whatever you do, Johnny.
Oh, talking about that, isn't not sitting on Santa's lap, the story. Does Julia know that Jason Momoa is going to be reading on the CB
Oh, I nearly passed that on to her, actually. Julia, did you know that? Oh, she's not there.
Is she gone? Oh, she is.
Huh? I don't think she's coming now. I don't know where she is. I think she's busy.
She's giving me a bit of a stink eye.
Oh. Jason Momoa's doing Jack and Nori, CBeebies bedtime stories. Did you know?
Yes, I know it's already.
Oh, it's recorded.
Oh, she's got it recorded.
Yeah. What day is it on?
It's on tomorrow night.
It's on tomorrow night. 6:40. So early bedtime for you tomorrow then, wouldn't it be? Oh dear.
It's funny because I looked up and I looked over for Julia, and on her computer screen, the screensaver is the most amazing picture of Jason Momoa.
the producers of that show know what they're doing. Like before Jason Momoa, it was Tom Hardy, wasn't it, last year?
That's the one I was recording.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, I like Tom Hardy, yeah.
Johnny's just hoping Scarlett Johansson is being lined up to read one soon. Oh dear.
Right, so very simply, I've got those, now I can't remember what they're called, but those dies.
Oh, those are the large word dies.
That's it, large words. Very simple.
Yeah.
The simpler it is, the harder it is for me to remember. So I've cut it out of the Centura pearl that I've created my mats and layers with, because I want it all to tie in. But don't forget that piece of card that you soaked all the ink up with, you could die cut the word, the thank you out of that, because that would again tie in absolutely beautifully.
Gorgeous demos today, Michelle, says Carol Ann. Beautiful, Michelle, says sensational sky. Hey, Jyoti. And Brenda says, happy winter solstice. Oh, today's the day, isn't it? I think you said that yesterday.
Oh, yeah,
winter solstice, it's the shortest day, isn't it? Yeah, so we finish after Crafty Stash today, 4 o'clock, cartload cancelled. If it's the short... I mean, we can't stay till late, I mean, if it's a short day, can we?
Well, that's it.
Exactly.
That's it.
Can you believe... So it's good... As of today, it's going to start getting lighter again. I do love Christmas time, but I do... I do enjoy the light nights. When you leave here and it's still light and warm.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Gets dark here about 3:30 now, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
Thank you.
Just thank you on there. Even I've started doing that now.
Thank you.
So turn that round. So again, letting those beautiful backgrounds that you were creating do all the work.
Absolutely incredible. And I concur with you, Caroline Hanley. Some gorgeous demos today, absolutely. And all, as we've said, hopefully, easy to follow for you. I know we've got a lot of experienced crafters that watch, but also for those of you that are perhaps new to it, maybe you've picked up some of our ink pads sort of accidentally, if you like. You know, maybe you've picked some up in goodie bags or mystery bags and, you know, you're not quite sure what does what. Hopefully, you're getting a few ideas right now of the kind of things that you can do. And as I keep saying, make sure you join us, please, at 3 o'clock this afternoon for Crafty Stash, a 1-hour show where we'll be putting all of these ink pads through their paces. If there's any particular style of ink pad that you want to see Michelle work with, just tell us and we can show you. Or if you're stuck on a project, or if you're not quite sure still of what you can do with what, ask us and we can make that show nice and interactive just for you. A few comments and a few more deals to show you, but before we do that, let's have a look with Michelle at her fantastic makes that she's done in this show and get you voting. So 3 to choose from, Michelle. Take us through your projects, please.
So number 1 was with the water reactive ink. So we stenciled that background, but we also stenciled over that embossing folder. So that was number 1. Number 2 is the opaque pigment ink pads that we created that lovely background with and then heat embossed. And then number 3, the one that I've just done with those duet ink pads, again creating a beautiful background but then doing that faux bleaching on there.
1, 2, or 3? What do you reckon, everybody? Get your votes in. You've got about 4 or 5 minutes. No rush today. We've got 2 twos, 2 number 2s in the gallery. I made Julia laugh. Brilliant. Julia's laughing. 2 number 2s in the gallery. I'm going to go 3. I love getting to winter solstice, says Mo number 2, because then it's nowhere to go but up. Yes, agreed. And Elizabeth Mills says, just had a delivery, my platinum gift in there too. Thank you, Crafters Companion, and happy Christmas to all. Thank you, Elizabeth Mills. Yes, and thank you to everybody who said thank you for their free platinum gift. Right, tonight we do have some, obviously on the Carto show, under 50 deals, under 10 deals, under 5 deals. This is a, well, it was going to be a 5 and 5, but we're going to keep going. We're going to try, we've lost the clock currently.
Okay.
But we'll try and find the clock maybe for later on to do a little, 5 and 5. Am I going to pick and you guys follow, or, okay. Craft kit. This is the pop-out scene craft kit. Number, is it 37? Oh, 38, I was close. I mean, the value for money on these is just ridiculous. $24.99, $24.95. When we used to bring these out each and every month, they used to fly off the shelves, and they were always like one of the most sort of eagerly awaited launches, because people collected them. People love the fact that they are kind of like one box wonders, if you like, with everything that you need, and of course the fact that you've got exclusive content in these. Brilliant gift idea. If you are someone perhaps who's new to craft as well, they're great for the fact that everything that you need, apart from obviously like your adhesives, for example, in the box. This one is your pop-out scene kit. So the 2 pop-out scene dies that you're going to get in this set are different to anything else that you might already have. If you've got the pop-out scene die collection, you won't have these 2 scenes. Always the dies and stamps are exclusive to the actual box itself. But when you consider, right, for £8 or $8, you get the 2 dies. So this one here is like a little woodland scene, and then this one here is like a birthday party scene. So those 2, so already 2 dies, £8, phenomenal value. You're then getting 10 stamps on top of that. So now we're talking, all right, so we're well over really, aren't we? That £10, $10 price tag if you're not platinum. And then on top of that, 24 card blanks and envelopes, 9 lots of ribbon, 15 sheets of your coloured card, 18 sheets of your printed papers, and then 100 pearls in there too. It is well over 200 elements that you're going to be receiving in this box at this sort of price. And I know we always say, but it's so true to say, if you've already got this collection and you've enjoyed it and you're getting low on the consumable side of things, I would be buying another at that price just to get your hands on the consumable elements, because it is an absolute steal. £8, $8. Next, the Triangle Traveller. By the way, do have a look on the winter sale page. We are, again, I'll just bringing you a few of our sort of highlight deals, if you like, tonight. There's tons and tons of other deals right there, and lots of deals as far as Totally Tiffany storage is concerned. I'm always a big fan of the Triangle Traveller because I think it's a great space saver. I think it's also a great way for you to be able to travel with just a few crafty bits and pieces. You can pop this very easily into your luggage, but what I also love about this is, yes, you'll be using it to pop your craft bits in, but I think it's very handy as maybe like a makeup holder, maybe as like a little wash bag. I think it's very clever, maybe as a little first aid kit. Got your drawstring on the back there. Open that one up, use that as a little hanger if you want, so hang it off the back of the door to display all of your goodies, which you will keep inside. 4 little pockets there, so we've managed to get some of our aqua markers in here. They're also big enough to pop in little reels of your twine or cotton if you want to be able to do that. And then you get your 3 bags. So you've got your small, your medium and your large clear bag. In ours again, I mean, we've just popped in some of our ink daubers, we've popped in some sequins, some tape pens. But the great thing about these is they are attached by that hook and loop system. So if, again, you just want to take a couple of these bags with you, you don't want to take the whole Triangle Traveller, you can simply pop them off the hook and loop pad that you've got on the bottom and take them with you. 3 zip tops, all clear, all see-through and wipe clean. A really, really handy way just to take a few bits of your crafty goodies with you. a great price as well. Normally £25 or $30, £9.99 if you're platinum, or $11.99 if you're shopping in the US. That one will be very, very busy later on, no doubt. How long have we got left? Not long, 4 minutes. 2 quick ones then for you. If you're into your colouring, into your pens, this one I know has already been very busy as far as the winter sale is concerned. It is your collector's edition of Spectrum Noir pens, the 2023 collector's edition actually, which comes with 2 of your new glitter marker colours in there, and also the limited edition outline markers, which come here in the 2 colours, which are, remind yourself, Ben, you've got the opulent purple and the pine tree. So you get that beautiful colour on the outside, and then the gold here this time as well with the original outline markers. You got the silver in, didn't you? But you've got gold there. You're also going to get those 2 different colours, new colours of your glitter markers in the Moonlight Silver and the Golden Glow. And then to top it off, we give you 4 of our metallic markers. So the gold and the silver, you get your 4mm chisel nib, and then you've got your 0.7mm fine nib, and this pen here, the metallic tricolour, that was the exclusive pen when we brought you this back in 2022. So popular was it, we popped it into that set again for you. So you get another one of those included with the 3 metallic colours. You're at antique bronze, silver ingot, and your gold plate in there too. Again, normally £25, $30, we're £10.39 or $12.47 if you want to add that one into your basket. And then last, but by no means least, 2, 3, hang on a minute, there's only 4 there. Oh yeah, I should have the raspberry lowest tote. I haven't got that now. We'll find that for later on, but we have got a great deal on the raspberry lowest tote, as we do have on the Advanced Discovery Kit, Comic Book Heroes, one of the most popular Discovery Kits and then Advanced Discovery Kits that we did actually. £30 or $35, you're at $15.99 or $18.64. Advanced for the fact that this is kind of bigger. There's more to it as far as this is concerned as the follow-on to the original one. You don't have to be an advanced colorist to be able to use it. In fact, far from it. These are all about helping you to try out lots of different ranges of our pens. This one I think particularly is going to be popular with kids of a certain age, because you've got all of these sheets of artwork to be colouring in. You get your classic markers in here as well. So you can get 5 of your classic dual-tipped alcoholic markers with the fine nib and the chisel nib. So you've got the 5 colours here, which is silk dandelion. You've got your pale tan. You've got that saddle brown and also the blue grey. And then we're going to give you 5 of your illustrator markers as well. So alcohol markers with the fine nib and that beautiful Japanese brush nib. You've got leaf green. You've got navy blue. You've got violet, amethyst and cocktail pink. Alongside that, you get your art liner, which is your 0-1 point, and then also you've got 9 of these colour designs. So each of the designs that you're seeing here, plus you get instruction and a how-to guide, this time from the brilliant Nicola Yao. Great box of goodies there. Maybe it's for you, maybe it's as a gift idea for somebody, but that is going to fly this evening when we get more people watching the Cartload show tonight. Demo of the show. In second place, number 3, but the winner, 2.
Thank you very much. It is a lovely one, isn't it? Those opaque pigment ink pads, just
perfect.
Sumptuously delicious.
Oh, sumptuously delicious in hybridization. That was the other card. Right. Cartload tonight, 6 o'clock, 2 hours of fast-paced fun, and don't forget to join us in 2 hours' time for that 1-hour Craft Your Stash, all about the ink pads. So come on, make it nice and interactive. Get those questions ready for us and put us through our paces. Let us know what you want to see, what you want to know, and we will do our very best. Massive thank you to Michelle for a fabulous show, and we'll see you back here soon. In the meantime, if you've got anything else in your baskets, get those checked out. Check out the full winter sale on the website, and of course celebrating the fact that it's National Crossword Day, proving there is a national day for everything. I put together a little crossword for you over my Facebook page. If you search for @BenMosbyCC, you'll be able to click on that link. The blood, sweat and tears I went through putting that together this morning. Please go and do it. No, it's a bit of fun if you fancy a crossword craft style. We'll see you in 2 hours time. Till then, bye for now.